We're changing things up this week, and I'm going to see if I can run the binder. It's time for Ready, Budget, Game. Welcome back to Ready, Budget, Go. My name is Drew, and on this channel we talk about cash budgeting, saving money, and achieving our financial goals. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. It's game night tonight, and I'm going to do things a little bit different this week. I'm not going to do the Savings Challenge books. That video will be coming out on Wednesday. This week, for Monday, I'm only going to do the other games that are in this binder. And the reason is because now that I'm putting $300 a week into my savings, that's all going toward my Roth IRA, it's taking quite a while to get through the whole video. So last week's was 1 hour and 15 minutes, and that's a really long time to ask of anybody to stay watching one video. So I'm going to split it up. This video will be focused on the games that are in the binder, and then on Wednesday, I'll be doing the 3 Savings Challenge books, which are The Life of a Creator, Zodiac Save with the Stars, and General Greenback and the Frugality Force. So come on back on Wednesday to see those, but for now, let's get started with the Savings Challenge binder. And I'm doing $100 this week. I've got it all laid out here in prop money. I use prop money instead of real money just because I don't like having that much cash around in my apartment. And because these are for long-term goals, it would just be a constant cycle of taking money out of the bank and taking it back to the bank and swapping it out with placeholders anyway. So I'm just doing it this way to save time and a little bit of sanity. So I'm going to set this aside for just a sec because I don't need it for the first thing that I'm going to do, which is the 2025. Now, Millennial Loteria is a number 1. But before I take that out, I'm just going to do this, and I didn't finish coloring it in last week, so I got to remember to do that. I'm going to get this color out, and we'll do that for this week. Okay, we'll put that away. I'll take out the 20, dry this off a little bit. Put this in the back. Okay. And then I'm going to set up for Millennial Loteria, and we'll do that here in just a sec. This is Millennial Loteria. Loteria is a Spanish bingo-themed game, but instead of bingo balls, you use a deck of cards, and instead of numbers, you have pictograms. And because this is Millennial Loteria, it has millennial-themed icons here. So we've got El Coachella, El Vegan, El Global Warming, El Bad Hombre. So an irreverent look at millennial generational culture. So what I do with this game to make it a savings challenge game is I keep dealing cards until I get a loteria, which is 4 up and down, across, or diagonally. And then for every marker that is down on the card, every Bitcoin marker that's down on the card, I save $1. And of course, there are more cards in the deck than there's symbols on the cards. When you buy this game, you get multiple cards, of course. So sometimes it goes really fast, and sometimes it takes a while. The last couple times, it's taken quite a while. But we'll see how this week goes. So I'm just going to give a quick shuffle here, and a cut, and wish me luck. Okay, so card number 1 is El Pride, and that is not on here. Next is El Brunch, and that absolutely is, down here in the corner. El Drone, I don't see that. El Man Bun, nope. El Juice Cleanse, we've got that, it's over here. El Safe Space, nope. El Gentrification, oh yeah, right here. La Thigh Gap, nope. El Tattoo, no. La Succulent, no. El Hipster, no. El Yoga, yep. So El DJ will give us a loteria down here. Oops, that's flipped over. El Prime, yep, right here. El Uber, no. La Border Ball, yep. So now La Notification will give us a loteria. El Twitter, don't have that. El Troll, don't have that. LVR, no. L piercing, no. L podcast, no. L participation trophy, no. There's the global warming. L sushi, no. L internship, no. L DJ, hey, we got a loteria. Okay, so that's going to be $4, $5, $6, $7, $8. So pretty well through the deck again this week. If I were playing against other people, probably would not have won that game, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to clear this off and set this to the side. We'll bring out the binder here. And one thing that won't change is I will still do a consolidation here at the end, but I'm going to put away or put in $8 into Millennial Loteria. Okay, that goes in. And then next we're going to do Junior's Restaurants, which is a box challenge. So let me clean up this and take out the box challenge, and we'll do that here in just a sec. This is Junior's Restaurants, and this was gifted to me by April's Fresh Start and her son Junior. Junior makes several different savings challenges that are available on her Etsy shop, but I'll link her channel down below. And when you buy one of Junior's challenges, Junior gets all of the money. His mom pays all of the Etsy fees and everything like that, and he decides where that money's going to go. Right now he's working on saving toward a big Lego set, and it's awesome to watch someone that young be responsible with his money. So fully support that. So this box challenge is restaurant themed, as the name implies. And so we've got Junior's Steakhouse, Junior's Donuts, Junior's Pizzeria, Junior's Fresh Fruits, fruit stand, Shut the To-Go Box, Junior's Diner Menu, Junior's Diner, Junior's Hibachi, Junior's Taco Truck, and that's all of them. So I printed this out. It is a digital download, and I made the cards. I didn't laminate though, and if you have access to a laminator, I strongly recommend it because, well, at least the paper quality that I use, which is not super fantastic, is kind of hard to shuffle. But I'm not so good with the laminator, and I don't own one, so let's see where we go. I try to put about $10 a week into this challenge. Okay, so we've got a search and save, avocado toast, or as I would call it, avocados. Not my favorite food. Let's see here. It's not at the steakhouse, not there, not there. It's not at the fresh fruit stand. I'm guessing it's going to be the diner. Yep, there it is. Okay. So I'm just going to circle it here and check it off here. We'll save $4. Okay. And put this to the side, and we'll go again. And I'm not dividing them among all the different games. I'm just putting everything into one envelope in the main binder. So, all right, let's see here. This one feels great. This is Junior's Pizzeria. Okay, so this is a game that I've played before, and I did this completely wrong. I understand now that it's meant to be played as sort of like a Plinko challenge, but that's not what I did. I started off with whichever number I rolled, I started building the pizza and saving that amount. So that's what I'm going to do again, just because I already started in that direction. So I need to get out a die here. Give me just one sec. I have everything down here on the floor next to me. Okay, and I'm just going to roll it on the mat, and we'll see what we get. A 3. Okay, so a 3, we're going to start a new pizza, and this is going to be a pan pizza. I don't mind pan pizza. It's probably my second favorite behind hand tossed would be a pan pizza. Okay, so I've circled that. That's going to be $6. So I'm going to put 4 back, take out a 10. And that'll be it for the week because that's my $10 target. This one is going back into the mix. And I'm going to put these in the front. The discard will go in the back. Got a lot of discards. I've been getting a search and saves a lot more than I've been getting the mini games. Okay, so we'll put this away. We'll go back to the main binder. And Junior's Restaurants is number 3 because we've already done 1 and we did 2. So behind number 3, we're going to add $10. And next up is going to be Dicetropolis. So I'll get set up for Dicetropolis and we'll do that here. This is Dicetropolis, and Dicetropolis is a series of 12 different dice games that I created, and this is available in my Etsy shop. If you buy it as a physical product, it will come to you in these A5 size cards. There are 7 cards in total. One has the dashboard and the first game, and then on the last one, there's just kind of another blank on the back. So 1 through 12, they are numbered down here in the bottom right. There are all kinds of different games. All of these take D6 dice. Some of them take rainbow colored dice, or you can play with rainbow colored dice, so those are also available. If you prefer to print it and laminate it yourself or keep printing new ones, then it's also available as a digital download. If you buy it from me, you will get these where they are printed on high quality glossy stock paper, professionally printed, and they respond well to wet erase or dry erase, so they're intended to be used again and again and again and again. Okay, so enough about that. I am going to roll a d12 die, and that will tell us which game we're going to do this week. I reserve the right to overrule if it's the same one that we played last week, and I think last week was poker. But let's give the die a roll and see where it says to go. It says number 7. So number 7 is going to be ouch. Okay, so we're going to play ouch. And I need a dry erase marker, which of course I didn't take out. So let me grab that here real quick. So I just kind of throw things wherever. I think we used purple last week, and we'll just use that again. It wasn't unlucky. All right, so ouch is a game that I was taught how to play in 4th grade by my math teacher. And the way that you play it is that you roll the dice and you're trying to avoid getting a 7. So anything other than a 7 is a good roll, but if any of these come up a 7, you're out, and you save a penalty amount of $20. Now, if $20 is richer than you can afford, then make this something else. But the way that I've done it is that if you make it all the way across, so 6 rolls without rolling a 7, then you save $1 per each roll, or $6. If you roll a 7 and you're caught, then you save 20. So let's give it a roll and see how it goes. 7 right off the bat. Okay, so I'm out, so I don't need to roll anymore. And I am actually going to play this low budget. So I'm going to write in 20, but I'm only going to save 2. And let's give it another play and see if I can last longer than 1 roll. Okay, 4. So we're good there. And when I get anything other than a 7, I just make a hash mark or a check mark or something like that. Roll number 2, 11. Okay, we're still good. Roll number 3, 8. All right, that's a good roll. Keep going. 8 again. Good roll. 2. That's good. Now, if I were really on a craps table, I'd be making a fortune here. And 12, yeah. Okay, so we made it all the way across. So that's $6. And I didn't film this, multiple times. That was my first take on this, and that's just how it goes. Out on the first roll, and then I made it all the way across. So I'm going to save $8 for ouch. 5, 7, 8. And I will get out the Dicetropolis envelope here. Actually, let me do this. Let me wipe this off first. This is why I love dry erase, because now it's gone and I'm ready for the next play. All right, so Dicetropolis is number 4. All the money goes in. Like I say, we'll come back and consolidate at the end. And then I am going to take the dashboard. Oops, these are flipped over. There we go. I'm going to take the dashboard back out and put that in there. I'll keep these out separate just because I've got a lot of games in this envelope and it gets kind of thick. So, all right, that's it for number 4. Number 5 is going to be left, center, right. So let me put this away, bring this back. Actually, for this one, I'm not going to use the dice tray. I am going to just roll straight on the mat. Okay. That was my stamp pad that just fell on the floor. It happens. I'm still getting used to this new setup, and I don't have as much space as I used to have things off to the side, so I still need to figure that out. All right, so left, center, right is a special dice-based game, and each die has left, center, and right on it exactly once. The other three faces are these circles, and the way that I've adapted this for a savings challenge game is I start with 3 tokens here in the center, and I roll the dice, and then depending on what it says, I move them into a pile on the left, on the right, or in the center. And I keep going until I run out of chips. Now, any time a circle comes up, I take another chip out of the bone pile. So it can be over on the first roll, or I can last until I have no more chips. You never know. We've done it both ways over the past several months doing this for game night, so let's see how we do this week. Okay, so game over already. 2 to the left and 1 to the center. Now, once the game is over, I save the amount that's in the highest pile, which is the left. Because half the faces on the die are the circle, chances are you're going to get at least 1 more chip into the center, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. And this is one of those weeks. So $2 going into left, center, right. And I will put all of this right back away. And that's one of the things that I like about this game is how volatile it is. And I've set a limit where I'm not going to save any more than $10. So if I got left, center, right on the first roll, then it would have been $1 saved. So it's anywhere between 1 and 10, and you just don't know what it's going to be that week. So we'll get the binder back out. Opened right to it. $2 going in. If I can get it behind here. Next, we're going to do some scratch-offs, and then we'll do flip 7, and I'll be right back for that. This is utterly fabulous, and this is a savings challenge game, scratch-off savings challenge game that I have made, and I don't sell it in my Etsy shop, but if you spend $75 or more with me on Etsy, I send one to you free. You also get Elefantastic, which is another scratch-off savings challenge similar to this, again, for $75 or more. So I am going to scratch off the only remaining one on this side. This side is save 25, and then we'll scratch off one on the back where it's save 100, and there's 3 left. So let's scratch this one. And this one is $1. So, nope, I lied. It's $3. I don't have my glasses on, so it's a little tougher to see. So $3 here. And then we'll clean this up real quick. On the other side, I am going to go down here in the bottom right. And this is $3 again. Yep. Okay, so it's going to be $6 in total going into Utterly Fabulous. So I'll put the 2 back and grab a 5. And so next week, it'll be just a scratch on this. And then once this is done, we'll work on Elefantastic. I was doing both periodically, so they're both started. There's Elefantastic waiting, but for now, we'll just work on the otter until he's done. Or she. I'm not sure. That could be a girl otter. Who knows? All right, so it's time for flip 7 next. I'm going to take this out since we don't really need it. And flip 7 is a card game. This game is also commercially available. And of course, there are different rules when you're playing it with other people, but the way that I've adapted it to a savings challenge is you're trying to avoid drawing 2 of the same number, which is more or less the object of the real game. So in this deck, it's a special deck. There are 12 12s, there are 8 8s, there's more 12s, there's another 8, 10 10s, you get the idea. There's also special cards in here where these are extra bonus draw cards or amount cards. There is flip 3 where you have to draw 3 more cards. And there's also freeze and a second chance and a loud motorcycle outside that you may be able to hear. So at any rate, the way that I do this is I have to draw at least 3 cards. And the object is to draw as many cards as you can, up to 7, without drawing 2 of the same value. So it's a game of odds. And I play this low budget-ish. And I may switch that up because we've got some money left, but we'll see how it goes this week. This is one that makes more sense the more you play it. It can be kind of confusing at first, just because it's different from how normal card games play, but eventually you adapt. Okay, so I have to draw at least 3, and I'm trying to avoid drawing 2 of the same number. So 12 right off the bat. Great for a point total, but I don't want to see any more 12s. 6, that's a good one. 11. Okay, so I've drawn 3, and I can continue to draw, but the fact that I have a 12 and 11 means that this next card is very likely going to be either an 11 or a 12, because there are still 11 more 12s and 10 more 11s in the deck. So I'm going to stop, and I'm going to add these up, and I've got, let's see, 23, 29. 2 plus 9 is 11. So that's what I'm going to save for this week. I think in previous weeks, I would have added the 1 and the 1 from the 11 and saved $2. But because I've got more money to work with this week, I'm going to save the $11. So $11 is going into flip 7. And if I still have money at the end, then we'll go back to Dicetropolis and play more dice games. Okay, so next up is going to be Quicks. That's a dice game. I'll get set up for that, and then we'll play Quicks. All right, this is Quicks, and this is a lot like Shut the Box, except you use 3 dice, and it goes from number 2 to number 12, so all the way across here. Last week, if you watched Game Night, I got really close. I had only, I think, the 4 left, or maybe it was the 2, I can't remember, but I very nearly ran the board, and that has not yet happened, so I was pretty proud of myself. So in Quicks, you have to use at least 2 numbers. You have to use exactly 2 numbers to make a number on the board, and you don't have to take all the numbers. So like here, I can make 8 and I can make 10, but I don't have to take both the 8 and the 10. 8 is pretty easy to roll, so if this were early on, I might leave that 8, just so that if I roll the same thing again in the future, if I took the 10 and the 8 and I rolled this again, I'd be out, because there wouldn't be, I'd already have the 8 and the 10 checked off, and that would be all I could do. So there's some strategy involved in Quicks that makes it kind of that extra dimension of how lucky is it? So let's see how we do here. Okay, so I have rolled a 9, a 7, and a 6. So 6 and 7 are easier to roll than 9, and because this is the first roll, I am just going to cross off the 9 and roll everything and see how we do. Okay, so there's that roll again. So I've got 10 and I've got 8, and I'm just going to take the 10 as I write on myself. Roll them again. Okay, so I've got a 6, a 3, and a 7. So I'm going to take the 3. I'm going to leave the 6 and the 7. 5, 9, and 8. Can't do the 9. I'm definitely going to take the 5. And I'm going to leave that 8. Strategically leaving the 8. Okay, so we've got 10, which we can't do. We've got 9 that we can't do. And we've got 7. So I'm going to take the 7. And this is why you don't want to take out 7s early, because it's the most common roll, and you may need it when you can't do anything else, just like in this roll. Okay, see how we do here. So I've got 5, 6, and 9. Can't take 5, can't take 9, 6 is all I can do. And again, I have rolled 6 before and didn't take it, and this is why. So I've got the lowest, the highest, and only one more number in the middle. So I need to get some really low numbers or some really high numbers here. Okay, so I've got 7, 6, and 11. Can't do 7 or 6, but I want that 11 gone, so we're going to take that off. Double 6s or snake eyes? Boxcars or snake eyes? No, we've got 5, 7, and 8. But I left the 8, so I can take that. This is still a lot more rolls than I'm used to getting. And then we're done, because we've got 7, we've got 10, and we've got 9. And those are all gone. So we've got 12, 16, 18. And I think I'm going to save the 18. Yeah, I've got quite a few 5s here. So I'm going to play this high budget and we'll save $18. So 15, 17, 18. Okay, this is going in for quicks, which is number 8. Okay, 9 is Yahtzee, and I think we're playing the bottom section this time. Yep. So I'm going to put quicks away here real quick. And I will grab out 5 D6 dice for Yahtzee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the way that I do this, like I say, I've broken it up into playing only the top or only the bottom. And I am just going to go in order. And if I don't get one, I'm just going to scratch it instead of trying to fiddle around with it. So, let's see how we do here. So we're going for 3 of a kind. And I've got a couple of 5s, so I'm going to save those. Roll the other 3. 6, 3, 2. Nope, that's not going to do it. Last roll. And we didn't get it. So 3 of a kind is a scratch. Now we'll go for 4 of a kind. I suppose I should have used chance. I think chance I'm letting myself have kind of whenever. So we'll save the 6s, roll the other 3, and we got the 4 of a kind. Now I am going to roll this because the 3 isn't that good. I can improve on it. Let's see if I can get a bigger number. Yahtzee, of course. But it's 4 of a kind, so I'm just going to take the 30 points. And now we'll go for the full house. Okay, no pairs, so I'm not saving anything. Pair of 2s. And I got the 3 2s, but I didn't get the full house. So I am going to scratch it, because I may need to take chance when I'm going for the Yahtzee. Okay, so now it's a small straight. So I want that 3 and the 4. I want that 2 and the 1. Okay, perfect. So I got it. So the small straight, 30. Now we'll go for the large straight. Take the 5 and the 2. Oh, there's the full house. Not what I wanted on this roll. Nope. So the large straight is scratched. I'm going to go for the Yahtzee now. And we've got a couple of 3s. Nothing. And almost, but that is going to be chance. So we've got 12 plus 5, 17 on chance. One more shot at the Yahtzee. And nothing. Not looking good. 2s, 4 2s in one roll. All right, so we have a chance. One roll, one possibility. Oh, almost. Well, almost doesn't quite cut it. So we got 67 points there. And I am going to add those together and save $13 into Yahtzee for this week. So let me put this down. We'll go in here. Yahtzee's number 9. And we're saving 13, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, and I'm going to borrow $1. Okay. So we didn't get as far as I thought. And I may just put the marker back on number 10, which is Sorry Dice, because I really thought that with the extra money we would have enough to get through the book this week, but that's not how things worked out. Now, I could play this low budget and keep going, but I think I'm going to leave it as it is, and we'll just stick the marker here, and we'll start with Sorry Dice next week. So that's it for games for this week, and my hands are sufficiently inked and colored. I am going to put all of this paraphernalia for the games away, and then I'll bring back the rest of the money and we'll consolidate the envelopes we used this week coming up here in just a sec. All right, let's condense these envelopes. We'll start with Millennial Loteria. Pull everything out here. And it looks like there's not much we can do because we had 100 last week and we added in the 8, so that one is good to go. And then this one, I don't know if there's much we can do here either. Nope, we've got 220, so that's as consolidated as it can be. Put those in there. Junior's Restaurants, we just added a 10, so we can swap it for a 20. The 2 10s, rather. So Junior's Restaurants has 96, so almost $100 into that already. That is pretty good. So I haven't been playing that challenge that long, and there's still a lot left to do. I mean, there's games in the box challenge that I haven't even played yet, so. Okay, Dicetropolis. Let's see here. Oh yeah, so we've got 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. So put these back and grab a 10. So 132 in Dicetropolis. Left, center, right. We've got 50, 70, 80, 5, 7, 9. Nothing we can do there. Next time we may be able to consolidate. Okay, Utterly Fabulous and Elephantastic. Looks like we can take out a 20, put it away a 10 and 2 5s. Add a 20, so we're at 121. Flip 7 has 50, 70, 80, 90, 4. So we can swap 2 10s for a 20 and 2 1s for a 2. There we go. In quicks, we've got 100, 20, 30, 5, 40, 50, 5. Okay, so this should be $50. 20, 30, 5, 45, 7, 9, 50, yep. So we'll take out a 50 and we'll put away all of this. Just about every kind of bill there is in this one. But I love playing quicks. This is one of my favorites. Quicks and Flip 7 are just, I mean, I could play those over and over and over and over again. Yahtzee has, 50, 5, 60, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 71. Okay, so keep the 1, and this should total $20. So 5, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Because this got the last of the money. And I have to remember that I owe an extra $1 to the account. So we'll put that in here. And then we got to number 10, and we didn't use these envelopes this week, so there's nothing to condense. So that brings us to the end of game night. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you're looking for the savings challenges that are in the books, the Life of a Creator, Zodiac Save with the Stars, and General Greenback and the Frugality Force. That video will be up on Wednesday, so look for that. Thank you so much for watching through to the end, including the consolidation. I very much appreciate it. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below. And until I see you in the next one, take care.